Welcome, my beautiful people, back to this channel. This is your Queen Angel. The topic of the day is betrayal and how to deal with it. My husband, during my honeymoon, slept with my married cousin, who is much older than both of us. She saw him during our wedding dinner. Within 30 minutes, she offered herself. The rest was history. Found this out years later. Cousin, what's in the incest? In just 30 minutes. What's wrong with the husband? Like, I don't have a similar story to this, but my mom was betrayed by her sister-in-law, my father's sister. The sister-in-law was like a sister to her. My mom actually let her move into her house when she was living with my dad. She fed her, she clothed her, all for free. And you know what happened? That sister-in-law, my father's sister, gave her friend to my dad. Yeah. So basically, the reason why he divorced my mom was because of a woman his sister gave him. The sister that was like my mom's real sister. What's in the betrayal? I've not had stories like that because I've not been in a relationship yet, and I pray I don't have any such stories. If you have any stories of betrayal, please put it down in the comments below because I would love to read it because this is crazy. But basically, my friend betrayed me. I was talking to one guy and then we stopped talking. I had to stop because we were not good for each other. Like, we had to stop the situationship, the talking, we had to stop. And he got a girlfriend. And basically, I spoke to my friend about the girlfriend, you know, like what we do. And you know what she did? She went to tell that my guy that I was talking to what I told her about his girlfriend. Yeah, moment of silence. She went to tell him. And he came to me, blasting me and, you know, about why I would say that about his girlfriend. And her excuse, oh, you told me that it's okay if I told him. Yeah, I did tell her that, but isn't it obvious that you shouldn't? Because I didn't think you were actually going to tell him. You're supposed to be my friend. Even though that happened, we were still friends because I didn't want to lose her. So when that happened, I tried to keep my anger deep inside me and not spill it out. Yeah, we were friends for a while until we were no longer friends. You know, this is not the only time that friends has betrayed each other. It has happened since Bible times. Like Job, that was the name of the man. He was a rich man, he lost everything, and then his friends also betrayed him. He said, my relatives stay far away and my friends have turned against me. My family is gone and my close friends have forgotten me. And he said in verse 19, my close friends detest me. Those I loved have turned against me. Just because he lost everything. My mom said it happened to her when she lost everything from my dad. Friends were, all of them. They turned their back away from her, apart from one. But the rest, her very best friend. Even till now, they literally would always go to church wearing the same clothes. Till now, I still haven't heard from her, and it's been how many years? Since I was like 7. So yeah, that tells you a lot. But even Jesus was betrayed by Judas and Peter. Judas betrayed him to death, and Peter betrayed him because he didn't want to die with him. I guess none of us are above betrayal. Second story of the same woman. I was 9 months pregnant. My husband had an affair with a 25-year-old woman. That was literally like my mom. That girl that his sister gave him, she was literally like 25 then. It's like my age now. Imagine if I went to do that to some married man. Oh my Lord, I can't. The affair lasted 2 to 3 months. When she went back to college, she was a daughter of a family friend I had. I had known her since she was 8 years old. It's basically like a daughter. And they met during a family reunion. This incident led to a divorce after only 18 months of marriage. So it was just 18 months of marriage. Yes, he did all this. I thought it was years. Oh, then she was pregnant. I hope she delivered safely because this is crazy. Like, why did the husband even marry her in this case? And it's the audacity for them to come together and be at a family reunion. I wonder if that cousin that he also slept with, she also came to that family reunion. Because it's just a lack of conscience. How can a person do this? She needs to talk to a therapist. And well, she needs God. Because we all do. And I wonder if she got closure. If she asked him like why he did that. It's crazy. Even David in the Bible, King David, he also had a friend betraying him. He said, If an enemy were insulting me, I could endure it. If a foe is an enemy, were rising against me, I could hide. But it's you, a man like myself, my companion, my close friend, who is hurting me, who is betraying me. Isn't it so hurtful? I don't even know why the term frenemies exists, because if there are people like that, they are even worse than enemies. They are backstabbing people, smiling to your face, but behind you doing all sorts of things. Like he said, if it were an enemy that were insulting me, I'll be like, oh, whatever, you're an enemy anyway. No, it's you, the person that I share my food with, the person I call my friend, my brother, my sibling. It has to be you. But what does God say? Can a mother forget the baby at her breast and have no compassion of the child that she has born? Even if a mother were to forget you, I will never forget you. That just brings her joy to my heart. Even if your father were to forget you, I will never forget you. That's for me. Even if your father or your mother may abandon you, God will never abandon you. If your father or your mother or your sibling or your friend may betray you, God will never betray you. I'm going to give 5 tips on how to overcome being betrayed and how to get over it. Number 1, stay in that place of betrayal and then feel it. Feel all the emotions of how they made you feel, of what they did to you. Feel it. Be in that moment so you can analyze everything they did to you. Remove the rose-tinted glasses. A lot of people do that a lot, especially when it comes to relationships. If they cheat on you or they betray you or whatsoever, you tend to look at the happy memories, but no, stay in the place of betrayal and look at everything. Feel the hurt and the pain and the betrayal in order to be able to move on. Number 2, if you want to cry, do so. Like after my last situationship, I just kept crying. I cried because I had to cut it off because he was not being truthful to me. Even though I didn't know it, I know, you know. I just kept crying. Give us tears for a reason. Don't hold it in. Cry. And even better, cry out to God. That God, I feel hurt. I feel betrayed. I feel like hurting them back. Anything you want to say, just say it. God wants to hear it all. So just say it. Number 3, do not try to pay them back like they did. Otherwise, you'll be the same as them. And we don't want to be the same as them, do we? And even God says, do not take revenge, because He will repay. Vengeance is mine, I will repay. Number 4, talk to a professional like a therapist. I'm thinking of going through therapy, maybe with BetterHelp or any of those online services, because yes, God has healed me from within. I still have to know anything that I may have hidden deep inside. I think I've repressed a lot of things, so I want to know anything that I feel, so I don't have to repeat the same mistakes again. So I want to get it all out. That's why professionals are there. So if you can get a professional, get one. 5, cut ties with the people who betrayed you. Always remember that you have to forgive and you have to forget. Cut ties if you think it's too much. Like if they've done it first, second, third, like that, my friend, it's just too much. First time, okay, fine, I forgive you, I pardon you. Second time, I'm like, okay. Third time, nah. Actually, you had to cut them off at the first time if it's like really big, a really big red flag. Forgiveness is not reconciliation. So just because you're forgiving them, that does not mean you have to go into the same toxic place. Nah. But you still have to forgive and forget them, because if you don't forgive them and you keep the hatred in you, you will just be hurting yourself. Because the person would have moved on with their life and you are still in the same place, still hating them and everything. Like I have a video that I did about how you know he hated you, about where I talk about this, so you can watch that after this video. Always remember that the Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still. So you just have to be still. God, He will fight for you. That's why you don't have to keep the hatred. Revenge is never the answer. Hatred is never the answer. Just move on with your life. Let them also move on with their lives. And when they see you even doing better than you thought they would do without them in your life, that's when they'll be like, what is happening? And they will see the glory of God in your life. Please, you see other videos coming up in 1. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. 2, 3.